Any questions?
Governor?
Yes.
I know you said that the state is for all the requests that you made you guys for support. Has there been any jurisdictions that Florida has offered, but those jurisdictions have said no, we're good?
Well, by definition, I mean, we offered basically anybody. So a lot of them did not have requests, which is fine. And look, the spring break footprint is not uniform throughout our state. If you look at a place like Naples, what they would draw in terms of, particularly on the age, you're drawing a younger demographic in some other areas, some other parts of Florida. So we understand that. So yes, I mean, we've put it out there. These are the folks that have asked, and it's not surprising to see a handful of places in South Florida, the Daytona area, and then Panama City. You know, if I had to think about where we'd likely see it, those would be the places that we would see. Yes?
Yes, thank you, Governor. Chris Nelson. Today, of course, is Super Tuesday. You were running for president, and a troubling poll has come out from FAU saying that only 1 in 7 Republicans will vote for Donald Trump in the general election. Know that Nikki Haley doesn't stand a chance. And we also know that people aren't looking for the rematch of the octogenarians. It's not, that's not polling high these days. And would you consider unsuspending your campaign and getting back in the race?
Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt, my man. No, look, but I don't think 1 in 7 will vote. I don't think that's probably the correct. I think the overwhelming percentage of Republicans would vote. Next, yes.
I know last year after we had some crime here in Miami Beach for spring break, you guys did surge some FHP troopers after the fact. Did you notice any difference after you did that in late March last year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't you remember that? Yeah, no, for sure. It helped, yeah. And so that was part of the reason why when I talked to the mayor, I'm like, look, let's just go in with all the resources right off the bat and mitigate, because it's one thing, problem happens, you come in and you can take some corrective action, but it's better to just prevent that from being necessary. So that was kind of the logic behind it. And different areas can approach this in different ways. We're not telling any local jurisdiction kind of how to manage their beach, how to manage this. They get elected to make those decisions. But what we're saying is we will supplement and we will provide support. And I think it proved to be effective last year when called on. And now that they're here from day one, I think will be much better.
Governor, in past years, the city of Miami Beach has, in some cases during spring break, asked the state about shutting down certain causeways entering the city when they feel like crowds have gotten too big. Is that something you discussed with the mayor, or something that the state is prepared to authorize?
So I think what FHP will do is they will just help with traffic. I mean, I don't know that. I mean, you don't necessarily anticipate closing anything, or maybe you would if something happened, but I think that would probably be unlikely. But I know that they will absolutely work with traffic patterns to be able to manage that and to be able to mitigate some of the problems. I think what happened in the past was, it was like mayhem. And so it was just like, okay, we got to get that under control. So there was a sense of, okay, they're going to work here locally to get that under control. Then I think they asked FHP to try to stop kind of, the massive flow. But I think from the beginning, they're probably going to be able to manage this a little bit. They'll be able to manage this in a way where hopefully you're not going to have to see that. But, we want to keep people safe. And I think that'll be a call if the mayor asks for some help there. Then our folks will be ready to respond. But the thing about it is, if you operate a business here, this month can be very good. But then if things get out of hand, it can be a disaster for you. People that are just looking to live their lives in residential parts of the city should not have to worry about their safety just because people are visiting during spring break. And so those are, I think, when we look at this, it's like, all right, those businesses need to do well and our residents need to be safe. I mean, those are, everything is funneled through that prism. Yes? Yep.
You mentioned 60 state troopers will be deployed to
No. So it's 60, more than 60 throughout the South Florida. So, you do have some in Fort Lauderdale. We do have some in Hollywood where we're helping Hollywood PD. North Bay Village. Now, obviously, a North Bay Village is not going to require as many troopers as Miami Beach, but it's spread out amongst all those. The majority of that is Miami Beach.
Would you be willing to spend more if necessary? I know this time you mentioned you weren't waiting on the state of.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, we fulfilled the requests that are there. These are what people have asked for. If there needs to be more, then we would do it. And I think what you'll see, this will be very dynamic. So, hopefully we don't come to this, but if there is something that happens in one part of the state, there likely won't be happening uniformly around the state, so you could even move resources. So there's a lot of options that we'll be able to do.
Governor, sort of tangential to the previous question, if there is a state of emergency that's declared, are there additional steps the state can take or that would all be handled locally?
No, I mean, I think options are on the table. We'll see I don't anticipate that being necessary, but if it is, then there are certain things that you have certain tools at your disposal to be able to help facilitate public safety. Again, I don't think that's likely, but we obviously will have an ability to respond appropriately, and that'll be likely in consultation with the local. They would probably be them asking us for additional support, and then we would see maybe this would be necessary. I don't anticipate it coming to that. And then any measures that we would have a right to do, we would want to do that in consultation. Because, again, this is a bottom-up, law and order is bottom-up. And, you start on the ground locally. These are the folks that are here every day. They know how to set the policies. It's not for me to come and to dictate around every policy, but we do want to be helpful, and we want to make sure that people are kept safe. So if we have to do more to make sure that residents are safe and to make sure businesses are doing well, then of course we have the ability to do that. But this is really unprecedented. I don't think we've ever seen the state come in this forward-leaning going into a season like this. Of course, the mayor here has made this, I think, appropriately an important issue to take seriously. So all things considered, I think that we're as good as prepared as we've ever been throughout my time in the state of Florida. So, all right, well, we'll be back. Maybe we'll come back in April and be able to say that we had a great March. Thanks. This way.